Hey everybody, welcome back to Life with Meech. I'm back with another video, and in this video I am ready to give you an update on my nose ring. So if you want to see what's been going on with my nose ring and how I care for it and everything, just keep on watching. Okay, so I have a nose ring. I posted a video, I think it was on July 6th, of me going in and getting my nose ring. That was after a long time of going back and forth, trying to decide if I should get a nose ring or not. I went back and forth because I'm a keloid healer, which means when I get a cut or anything, it is liable to overgrow and overheal and keep healing and healing and healing until it's a big like mass on your body. So I mean, I've been blessed, thank the Lord, that I don't have any keloids on my ears, where you've seen a lot of people who have them there. I do have one on my upper back. I don't know if you ever noticed me in my videos going like this. That is because I'm trying to just make sure it is covered. It's not a big mass because I did get it worked on and removed a few times, but it is what it is. It's not going to ever go away completely. So that went into me deciding if I was or not going to get a keloid. I kept thinking, I was like, I've never seen anybody with a keloid on their nose. I'm 40. I'm in my 40s. I mean, do I still grow keloids and stuff like that? So I went back and forth. Yes, I'm going to get it. No, I'm not going to get it. Yes, I'm going to get it. No, I'm not going to get it. So then finally, one day, I just said, I prayed. And I said, Lord, I'm going to go ahead and get it. So I went and got my nose ring. And I've had this nose ring for 3 months, almost 4 months, and it's healing nicely. I have not gotten any type of keloid bump or any of the bumps that sometimes people get on their nose. So I thought I'd come on here and give you guys, or whoever wants to know about it, some tips and advice that I took. It might not be right for everyone, but I have not gotten a kilo bump, and Lord, I pray that I don't ever get one, because they can pop up at any time, but I have not gotten one. I've not had any problems with my nose ring healing, so I figured I'd bring it to you. So I got my little notes right here, and I'm going to tell you a few things, what I thought about and what I did to heal my nose ring. Now, it's not completely healed. It's only been about 3 or 4 months, and you hear varying things from 12 weeks to 6 months that it takes to heal. And I can tell you right now, it's not completely healed. I can tell. I know it's not completely healed. I go back and forth on days where it's feeling like right now it's not. It feels fine, but some days it feels a little sore and irritated. So that's how I know it's not completely healed. So I just want to give you a little bit of information about what I use when I decide to get my nose ring. All right? Okay, here we go. In my opinion, and from things I have read, and I'm sure people have gotten various, results, but I felt from my research that it was best to go to a tattoo parlor that does piercing instead of like to Claire's or something in the mall that used the nose gun. I went to a place that used a needle to pierce through the nose. Now, yes, it did hurt, but it was not the kind of pain that I thought it would be. It was an initial like, ooh, somebody's pushing into my nose. And then, it was sore a little bit, but it was nothing like the pain I imagined in my mind. It was nowhere near as intense as I thought it would be with them piercing it through my nostril. Now, there are all different types of metals that you can use for your nose ring, but there are 3 top ones. The first one is titanium. That one's the best because it's good for people with sensitive skin, and it's the type of metal that your body more than likely will not reject. That is what I wanted initially. However, they did not have that one. So I went with the second best option. The second best option is surgical steel. That's what my nose ring is. And surgical steel is the the steel that they use when they put rods and pins in people. So they know that, you know, they have a good chance of that, your body not rejecting it. But titanium is still the best, especially if you have sensitive skin. And the next one is gold, like pure gold, like 14 karat, 18 karat gold. That's the third one. But it can be rejected by the body. Now, the types of nose ring, there's a stud, there's a hoop, and then there is the screw. Now, the stud is the one that you can put in, it's L-shaped, and you put the, like you turn it once it's inside your nose. And then, you know, the hoop goes on the outside. And then there's the screw, which is the one that I have. The screw is, I can't speak on the other two from experience, but the screw is the most difficult to get in and out. So I can tell that it's going to be hard to get this out. So I don't know what I'm going to do when I have to take it out. I may have to go back to my piercer and have them show me how to take this out. And that was one of the things they said they will do. When you're ready to take it out, they will show you how. But I will discuss taking it out in a little bit, just a little bit, on what I plan to do when I want to take it out. So those are the three, with the screw being the most difficult to put in, but it's also the most difficult to just fall out. Because I've read instances where people said they just pulled out their nose ring, or it came out. Maybe they pulled it up and they didn't realize it, but it did come out. But that is least likely to occur when you use the screw. Additionally, I read that the screw was easier to heal. So I don't know if that's true, but I know mine healed a lot better than I had hoped. Now, once you get your nose ring, once you get it, my advice is to follow what your piercer tells you. There's a lot of kitchen remedies. There's all these things, and they may work, but I think your piercer knows best. So this is what I did when dealing with my nose ring. First of all, my hands. I always washed my hands with antibacterial soap. I did not touch this nose without having clean hands. I did not want any germs to get in there. Also, antibacterial soap. Your piercer will recommend that you clean your nose ring 2 to 3 times a day. I think I did mine 4 to 5 times a day with antibacterial soap, and that's it. That's all they recommend is antibacterial soap. But if you do have some issues, or you feel like your nose is getting irritated or infected or anything like that, a good source to use is sea salt. Now, this sea salt is not the sea salt that you have in your kitchen that you can eat on your food. It is not that type of sea salt. I used 2 types of sea salt. First of all, it was this H2 Ocean Purified Ocean Salt Water, and this is a piercing aftercare spray. This is sea salt that you want to use. I got this off Amazon. This is sea salt, and you can spray it. I sprayed it on top of my nose and in my nose sometimes, just to ease it and to make sure it was healing very well. And this has worked wonders, and I make sure I always have some, because I still, even 3 to 4 months later, I still wash my nose ring at least once a day, and if I feel like it's getting irritated, I do use the spray. Okay, the other thing I use, also I got it from Amazon, is this Urban Relief Piercing Care. It's healing sea salt and botanicals, and this is what it looks like. It is actual sea salt. Let me see. You can see in there. I don't know. It is actual sea salt. And And what I did with this is when my nose really I felt like, ooh, it's irritated. I need to do something with it. I would make a little poultice with hot, warm water. It says to use like bottled water. I did not use bottled water. I used regular sink water and it worked for me. But if you want to be extra careful, you use some type of sterile water and make a little poultice and just put it on top of the nose. And just let that sit on there for 5 or 10 minutes and it's going to dry out. It is going to dry and then you're just going to have little salt flakes on your face. But this has really helped me. When you're washing your nose ring after you're done, you got to make sure that it's dry completely. I used to use cotton balls and cotton wipes to, you know, make sure it's dry, but I noticed that I would get little cotton wrapped around the nose ring, so I quit doing that. But as long as you're careful, you can use it. I just use a little cloth to pat it, but you just wash it, and after you're done caring for it, you make sure it gets dried, and you just repeat every day. Now, when I first got my nose ring, I did not wear makeup at all. I was like, nope, I don't want any of this makeup to get inside my nose ring hole. So I did not wear makeup. I did not wear makeup for at least, I want to say, about 6 weeks. Then I started wearing makeup. And then I'll say, okay, I'll wear it sometimes. And then other days I won't have any. Because sometimes my nose ring does get irritated. That's how come I know it's not completely healed. So you just got to pay attention to it and make sure you're looking at it. Make sure there's no pustules or anything leaking from it or anything. Just care for it. Make sure your hands are clean. Now, I personally do not plan on changing my nose ring, but there are people who take their nose ring out and change the jewelry. I just would recommend you still keep the same quality up, especially if you're a keloid healer. Keep the same quality of the nose ring that you initially got your nose pierced with. That way you'll know for sure that it's a piece of jewelry that your body will not reject. Last thing, when you have a nose ring, even if you've had it for years, if you remove your piece of jewelry, and I've read anywhere from 24 to maybe 72 hours, your hole can close back up. So if you are removing your nose ring, say you have to get an x-ray or MRI or something like that, I recommend getting some of these little, hopefully y'all can see it, but if not, I will put an insert in here. But these are little plastic, what are these? It's like these are like little plastic nose rings that you can stick into your hole while you're getting the x-ray or something, just to make sure your hole stays open. So I would recommend getting something like this. I got this off Amazon as well. I have not used it yet because, like I said, I have not taken my nose ring out, but I want to be prepared just in case, because I go to the orthodontist a lot, you know, with my Invisalign, so I want to be prepared just in case. But if they tell me out the blue, I won't be, because I don't know how to take it out yet. But anyway, when I know how to take it out, I want to be prepared with one of these just in case, so that I can stick it in and I won't have to worry about my nose ring closing up on me. So those are just some tips I have been using for the last 3 or 4 months for my nose ring that seem to be working for me. I hope that I have given you something that can work for you. I love my nose ring. It's not a regret at all. I have been wanting this for so long, and I'm so happy that I really went out and did it. There is something I do not like. Is this screw sticking out all the time. It always looks like I got something in my nose. And even if I say, oh, let me turn it. So I'll turn it. And as I'm talking, it just flips back around. So it always looks like something's sticking out. That's the only thing I do not like. So, yeah, but I'll deal with it just to have my nose ring. But if you're going to do it, please do your research. Just don't go willy-nilly. Don't go willy-nilly, especially if you're a keloid healer, because you have a lot to think about as far as the healing process goes. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.